Hi everybody, just giving you the answers to the review that you did in class on Thursday. Here are the answers. They were on the board, so maybe you did get a visual picture of them. If not, here they are. You will need to do substitution from just regular equations. Solving systems of equations. Substitution is probably the easiest way to go for this one, although you don't have to. You could do elimination, but I wanted to do one showing substitution, where you're getting x by itself and then substituting it in and doing the math. The second one is even a little trickier than a normal one because I've got the variables, the terms, jumbled in the two equations. So it's helpful to now take this and put it into x and y so they kind of line up, and then make your equations via elimination. And this one's tricky because it uses some big numbers. The thing is, it ends up working itself out to x is 1 and y is 1, as easy as that is. With all the bigger numbers, that could get confusing in that. You also have a couple of word problems where you are identifying what you need to find, creating the two problems. $5 for children's tickets, $12 for adults, and they brought in $2,550. So make sure the money theme goes along with one equation, and then how many tickets total, because that's what we're trying to figure out, is how many child, how many adult. They sold 342 total. And then I did it and showed it via substitution. You could do elimination with this one as well, okay? And you get your answers there. I'm going to move the camera, so pardon the jumble. You're going to get some movement here. And we'll at least get the first two in, and then I'll move it again. All right, so number 4, you're going to have to do systems of inequalities, where you're given 1 and 2 inequalities that you have to graph. One is a straight line, a line that is either perpendicular or horizontal when you're given x or y, and not a linear with both of them here. So that x is less than -3, there's that line, and it's everything this way. And then 5x plus 3y is greater than -9. It's going to be everything that way, which results in that shading right there. Now, I do want to bring this up, where I brought it up a lot this year, the ability to take an equation in standard form, in this case an inequality, and how do you graph that? Make the 2 points, the 2 axis points that it crosses. So when x is 0 and then when y is 0. So I know you get -9/5 here, which is okay, and then it just plots in there. -1 4/5 is about right there. So you can do an approximation for that, even if that comes out as a fraction, and it may be a little tricky for you to be able to do. So there's that one where you've got the shading. This one is similar. I did the same thing where you're using from standard form. There's x plus y is greater than 2. And then this one, again, you get a point that isn't real fun, but it's not hard to graph. -1/4, just kind of bring it over onto the line there and plop it in. And then get a second line, which is right here, 0, -1, and connect the dots with a ruler or a straight edge. Okay, so there's that one. We also have optimization, where we're given some lines to graph right here, and I didn't put all the lines, but it's y is less than 6. And then x is greater than 1 is right there. And then the third line, I don't remember what it is, but it would look like this in graph there. So you're going to get your triangle situation, and you're going to get the 3 points where they all have a vertex there. And so these are the 3 points, and you're going to fit them into a function, a rule right there. In this case, x minus y. So take x, subtract y from it, and you will get a maximum number and a minimum number. Most of the time you'll get one that's in between, because you'll get 3 different answers. In this case, these two are the same. So you have 2 of them that are the max, and then 1 of them is the min. We have one more. To go through, and it's finding the vertex and graphing and intercepts. So you're given a quadratic, and it's a quadratic because it has a square to the second power, to the singular power, and then there's no variables. You have to identify the a, the b, and the c, and that's because the standard form for a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. So a, b, and c. A is 1, because there's nothing there except the hidden 1. B is -2, and then c is -3. You're going to have to answer questions just like this. What's the y-intercept? -3. What's the x-axis equation of symmetry? And it's 1. And how do you get that? How do you get that it is 1? You need to do -b over 2a, which I have right here. So substitute those in, keep an eye on the negative, and you get 1. So that means our equation is going to be the axis of symmetry right here, which x is 1 because it's a perpendicular line, vertical line this way. So if x is 1, that means x coordinate is 1. Substitute 1 in for the equation. 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 3. 1 minus 2 is -1. -1 minus 3 is -4. So that means our vertex is -1, 4. And then you know the y-intercept, and then this other point is symmetrical on the other side of the line of symmetry. And these are the only points that you need to apply. Just the 3 that shows the parabola. Okay? And that is your review for your test.